Thank you, Peter. Good morning, everyone. As Peter said, my name is Marya Howell, and I have been a member of DCPC since we moved here in 2012. The day after Christmas in 2011, when our children were 5 and 8 years old, my husband, Jeff Neipel, and I moved to Davidson with our two sons, Carter and Eric. We had hosted our larger family for Christmas at our home in Baltimore, but by 9 p.m. on Christmas night, we had taken down the decorations and put the tree on the curb. The moving van arrived at 9 a.m. on December the 26th, and after packing, we left our home with both boys crying and drove down to Davidson, where we stayed in our house for 2 days before the furniture arrived. In those 2 days, we experienced grace, the first of countless instances from this church community. Several members of DCPC stopped by to provide hot meals and fellowship. The children began school on January 2nd. 2 weeks later, Stephanie Glazer had already convinced us to attend the church retreat in Montreat and for me to join the campus ministry committee. It should go without saying that we have experienced grace and were filled with gratitude for the members of DCPC. We were welcomed into the church community with open arms. Some names of community members that come to mind are Melissa Reddick, who hosted a welcome party, Dave Malashewski, who came to visit with us regularly, often bringing his guitar, Alice and Catherine Bragg, who greeted us in the aisles at church and showed our children the way to Sunday school. Early introductions to members of Sunday Union that started with a visit in the prior October were cemented during that first retreat. As Psalm 98, verse 4 says, "Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth and sing for joy and sing praises." My time with the music ministry at DCPC is one of the ways that I feel closest to God. The wonderful people I mentioned made the difference to us, but I also realized that it was the ability to have the family retreats, Wednesday night dinners, and even the addition of the 9:45 service that provided our families most meaningful connections to the church. My children have grown up in the church and have been supported by the wonderful youth ministry program. Matt Wiggins and all of the other wonderful volunteers from our community have provided a church family for our children and supported them through some very tough times that we've had. Beyond the people and the wonderful warm welcome, our family selected DCPC because of its commitment to justice and determination to live out Jesus' call to love one another. I am proud that we are a Matthew 25 and Earth Care congregation, and that we are a welcoming, affirming, and inclusive community. And I got to watch this play out through my work on the campus ministry committee for 10 years as students at Davidson College found their church home with us, many simply because of our commitment to inclusion. When I was young, my parents encouraged me to give a portion of my allowance to our church. Today I give to DCPC because while it was a job at Davidson College that brought us to this town, this church community welcomed us with open arms. The spaces, the technology, the ministry, and the fellowship do not come for free. I give to this church to ensure that it will not only continue to exist, which is only through our collective generosity, but that it may continue to be a light in the darkness, a refuge in the storm. If DC provides that for you, if you share my thoughts about the importance of this place and its ministers, if DCPC has been faithful to you, then I hope that you will consider joining me in giving back to DCPC as part of the Grace and Stewardship campaign this year. You'll hear more about that in the weeks to come. Thank you all.